Good grief. 2 dogs, 4 CHP, California Highway Patrol. Those guys are good. They really get this guy good. Except it's a wrong guy, you freaking crazy ball-headed cops. Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. So let's look at this. CHP mauled by mistake.
Driver running through a parking lot.
A wild pursuit suddenly ending.
Wild pursuit. Look at the speed of this guy running.
Driver running through a parking lot.
I'm pretty sure he identifies as a... Well, never mind. Pick your knees up and run like a freak. Never mind.
A wild pursuit suddenly ending as the driver stops and makes a run for it.
I want you to notice the guys wearing jeans, dark shirt, dark hat.
As CHP officers arrive and begin...
CHP on a scene. Those guys are good. They have their own TV show.
Swarming the area looking for that pursuit driver. Another man walking nearby.
This dude's just walking out. He doesn't have light jeans on. He's got a different color hat on. And he gets freaking dog bit for walking out drinking a beer. Now, I want you to notice that he does have a beer right here in his hand. So it's an open container. So this guy, and we haven't seen or heard from this guy again since this incident. Okay? So my guess is, I'm not trying to disparage anybody. Maybe he's illegal. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with the cops. Maybe he's like, shit, last time I dealt with the cops, I walked out minding my own business. They put a dog on me. I'm not going to him. So nobody knows where this guy's at. Maybe CHP took care of his ass, but we'll see. You see the beer here? You won't see it in a couple seconds.
Nearby is stopped
there
by
goes the beer. It's disappeared. He's a magician. He's like Kreskin, the magical magician. He just made that bottle disappear. Rick, what
begins
happened?
Swarming the area looking for
Watch
that
closely.
pursuit driver.
Big magic
Another
trick.
man
Beer
walking
can.
nearby is stopped by
What
officers
beer?
and
I don't
raises
have
his
beer.
hands. And just moments later, he's
Now
suddenly
he
attacked
gets
by a
his
canine
ass
and
freaking
taken to the
mauled.
ground.
Are you kidding me? Because they think he's the guy that stole the car and ran from him, so they just sick their... Cops are killing people that have nothing to do with nothing. They're using their dogs. Their use of force is so unaccountable. And some idiot's going to be here. This is an isolated incident. CHP's really good. This is one bad apple. All the regular suspects, you know, the usual suspects with their usual excuses. This is an epidemic with our tyrannical government and cops in this country. It's crazy.
Suffering new hands. And just moments later, he's suddenly attacked by a canine and taken to the ground, suffering numerous bite wounds. Tonight, eyewitnesses telling us that man who was mauled by a police dog had...
So he's kicking the dog. So they're probably going to charge him with assault on a freaking dog. It'll be dropped, but they'll charge him resisting arrest.
Nothing to do with the pursuit. Telling us that man who was mauled by a police dog had nothing to do with the pursuit.
Well, Mark, we've reached out to the CHP numerous times for information on this story. However, they've yet to provide any information.
Of course not, because they're the government. But, Rick, they want to be transparent. Yeah, of course not. No body cam, no conversations, idiots will be calling, we need more training, and other idiots will be like, yeah, the police need more training. Let's give them more money. That'll work. And more cops. That'll work.
On the man who was attacked by that canine. However, tonight we are hearing from eyewitnesses who say his name's Angel. He's a local man who stopped by his neighborhood liquor store to buy a beer.
Angel, stop by to get a beer.
I don't think that's him, Mark. I don't think that's him.
Air 7 HD overhead capturing the moments a neighborhood man is thrust into a police takedown, bitten by a canine officer and taken into custody.
Once the canine...
So this law enforcement expert here is just totally, kissing up to the blue line.
bit the suspect. They took him into custody, maybe for resisting.
Took him into custody, maybe for resisting. We'll just make up a crime. Maybe it was resisting. Maybe it was murder. Maybe it was for open container. Maybe it was because we just don't really give a shit why. We can do it, and we do it.
Or they're still trying to sort out what was going on. They'll handcuff him as a precaution until they can...
Oh, it was just a precaution. A dog is a seizure. Bit him. Could have done permanent damage. Could have hit an artery. Could have bled out and died. Well, it was just a precaution. We handcuffed him.
Conduct their investigation.
It all happened after a wild pursuit led police to this strip mall along Imperial
blinding speed kills me.
Highway in Downey. Eyewitnesses tell us the man's name is Angel, a frequent customer at this liquor store.
frequent customer. Why are you trying to dime the guy out that he hangs out at the liquor store?
He had just stopped in to get a drink Tuesday night, moments before police swarmed the area.
My customer, I think he took the beer, and I think the police dog beat him.
As officers searched for the pursuit driver, Angel was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Unfortunately, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, government should be held accountable when they screw people up, shoot, kill, dog bite, beat, arrest, just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We don't say that when a cop gets killed. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that cop got killed, but, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, Whatever.
And as he was being detained in this video, he lifts his head and appears to say to officers, "It's not me, I didn't do it." Experts say for him, this could all mean a possible payday.
Canine bite is considered a high-level use of force incident, so they'll roll out a special team. They will actually go to the hospital and try to mitigate the damages, meaning we have a blank check. Is this a good number for you?
And they always start low. I think San Jose, back when I was working, they had, I think, a 10 grand limit. It took a captain to come up with a check, and they would meet you. Remember I told that one story where the guy, they shot him accidentally, and while he's in a hospital, they came in and wanted to pay him, and he's like, "Yo, man, a bullet hit my boom box. I want a new boom box." And they're like, "Can we give you?" No, I want a new boom box. And so they paid the guy off with a new boom box. He could have got 10 grand. And because he settled for the boom box, signed the paperwork, that's it. They want you to sign so there's not long legal fees. Attorneys don't want you to sign those agreements because they're going to send you to specialists, doctors. You could have long-term care. They're going to try and jack up because you can sue for, I think 3 to 5 times your medical bills. So they always want to jack up your medical bills so you can get a larger suit. But this is pain and suffering, unlawful detention, unlawful arrest. I mean, plus this guy's got an arrest record. They booked his ass for prior resisting an assault on a police dog for walking out. Well, Rick, he shouldn't have had an open container. They didn't know. That wasn't shit about the open container. The cops didn't care. This is just egregious unaccountability of the government.
Police treated Angel's bloody arm at the scene before taking him on a stretcher for medical attention.
They obviously will take the suspect to the hospital. They'll get him treated. That's just part of the requirement of any kind of use of force is conducted by officers.
At the shopping center today, no one had seen or heard from Angel.
Man, I used to go to this liquor store and shit, but I just walked out with a beer. Those crazy cops sick dogs on me. I ain't buying beer at that place no more.
CHP only telling us 3 people were taken into custody and giving no update after the bloody K9 takedown.
So they arrested 3 people and they only had 1 guy running. Perfect.
And if for some reason you find yourself ever in the middle of a similar situation, experts say.
So here we got news media talking to experts, advising sheep to comply like this guy did. Raise your hands. And this guy got bit. And they're telling people that's what you should do. Wow.
Say, do not run, even if you're innocent. Instead, you should raise your arm.
Oh, yeah, because it worked out so great for Angel that hasn't been seen with his bloody, mangled arm. Yeah, that worked out great, raising his hands.
Lie down and, of course, do comply with officers' orders and commands. We are live tonight in Downey. Michelle Fisher, ABC 7.
California Highway Patrol. Woo, those guys are as good as the FBI. All right, isn't that there? A little earning a hate.